What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Manager 2022 Journeyman series. Leave a thumbs up if you've been enjoying it. So this is not the start of the new season most ideal episode. As you can see, we don't normally go like this midway through the friendlies. But let's start off by, one player that I wouldn't say started this because, Dino Hotic, he was one that was really tough to be trying to off it out and all that kind of stuff. So what we're going to go through right now, the team dynamics, very poor. So I noticed that. The team cohesion says good, but that's on the way down. Atmosphere. So, what you really see is, it's serious. Like, this is true. Several players feel like I've lost the dressing room. They're not just unhappy about, trying to sell him and all that kind of stuff. They feel the next level of that. So let's see what they say specifically. So we only have a negative response. Some of us no longer feel you're right to manage this team. No way. But what can they do? They can't sack me, right? I don't think I've ever been sacked by my players, or the thing is, it's real. I don't know. But what I wanted to touch on is this is the situation where you're inexperienced or you're below the reputation for the club you're at. I've been hyping that up. Oh yeah, we're at a level above us, or where we could be right now as a manager. But it's like negatives come with that. If you slip up just a little bit, normally if you try and sell an important first team player, but once more, I always talk about, I wish the game registered this or that he understood this. The way I see it, he's aging. He's going 30 plus, which is also a recommendation or something the board doesn't want. Well, they don't want us to bring in 30-year-old plus players. So, you do one thing that's a little bit off, even if you think it aligns with what the club wants. If the players don't agree with it, But we just put a promise in there, which is things aren't great at the moment, but I'm giving everything I've got to improve the situation. Hold up. What is this saying? I'm confident that my levels of support will increase. Okay, so what is that promise? What am I going to do? Yeah, I'm trying, man. But okay, so I think that ended up pretty well. And I think the thing that will really help this, for Dino, see, look at this. He's 30 years old, pushing 31, this is, just so you know, that deal is, pending. It's about to happen. There was some dramas. We tried to sell him already, but the bids that were accepted weren't enough for the board. So there's a lot of these things happening right now. It's making it more of a challenge that you might not see in a general save, like when you're at a club. There's a lot more of this, and I think it's stemming from I'm below the level of reputation of this club. So it's really intriguing. It brings a different challenge and yet another STEM, I guess you could say, in Football Manager. There's so much depths of different things, different experiences you can have, and that's what's great about a journeyman. You will have different experiences through the save. So as I said, hopefully, this deal just gets accepted. If it does, we could weigh up maybe making one more signing, but we've got some. We might update you when they go through and all that. So we'll do that before reviewing every single other thing. You will notice also, I organised that friendly with Ajax, and Spartak Moscow wasn't there. Of course, I've got my assistant to organise the friendlies, and I was probably not needing that to be there, but there was a good profit by organising the Ajax friendly. So, that was going to come in. I just wasn't expecting, at the point when I did that, the one against Spartak, because I wouldn't have organised a friendly 2 days before we had another one. No, that wasn't my logic, the way I was going about it. But anyway, it's another friendly. It's 5 days before the first game. And also, see, this is where things could probably get a little bit longer when I'm just explaining a lot of things, but something else. Mid-table expectations. What is the media prediction? this 14th. I thought mid-table was a bit high. I was like, oh yeah, we're finishing 16th. Yeah, remember when I was about like, oh, we're going to have low expectations. But how do you finish 16th? And keep in mind, I was needing to save the team. Like, how do you finish 16th and get a media prediction of 14th? Oh no, that's passable. How do you get a mid-table guys? If we don't, sorry keyboard, I'm just getting up and about this. Like, the emotions are real. There's a real chance we could get sacked in this job if we don't have a really good season. Like, I think, yeah, they've put this on me, really. They've given us a real challenge this season. Let alone just the players not happy with me yet. Maybe complete this Continental A and that steps our reputation up a little bit more. Let's try and get to that 3-star. You see, the clubs is 3-star. That could be my saving grace when that happens. But yeah, as I said, we'll kind of wait. You can see there's some pending moves. So let's just continue. So Moorman here, Noah Moorman. We're gonna have so a bit to talk about in this episode. But yeah, as I said, it's gonna be a different first episode of a new season. But he's had a few offers. We've been rejecting them. And that guy just there, someone we definitely get off the short list. Nowhere near good enough. We had a period looking for fullbacks. I thought he looked all right for his age. Potential's not there. Campbell, I'm not going to be ending up signing him, but we had a situation like we were really looking for wingers. He's not bad, but yeah, they had a few weaknesses that I didn't fancy. So there we go. Guys, sometimes you wait it out and it works out. We had an offer accepted that was like 2 point something mil, 2.5 mil, 2.1 mil, and that was rejected by not them. A team accepted it. The board said it was not enough. We asked the teams basically, that was the two options. The two options was talk to the board, which didn't work. Yes, because this happened multiple times, and then ask the team to negotiate, and they never, two teams didn't accept it. So this is like a third or fourth time lucky. Accept a 3.2 mil, which we're not going to get a lot to the budget, because again, you're expecting. We were in financial situation. Wait, where did this happened? This happened. So we know. We have a Chinese owner, or is that owner, chairperson? Either way, if he's got that ability to pump money into the squad, I wonder how much he actually has. But I know there's like different. I don't want to say we have like a sugar daddy, but like when you do, there's one that's like foreground or underground underwriter. Those kind of descriptions. I know that's in the editor. Haven't been on that in ages. But anyway, one will just keep money, like pumping money into the club, but others might be like this, but I don't get the feel we have a sugar daddy. But some owners will so just put money into the squad like that, or into the club, just so you're not in the red, just so you're breathing basically. So I mean, I wouldn't mind that, and I wouldn't be surprised. I assume a Chinese owner has a bit of money. How dare I? But you know what I mean? I assume like he has some money, but you never know. I'm just guessing. But that did happen regardless. A decent amount out of nowhere to put into the club, right? So what we were going to say is, we got 25% of the transfer revenue made available until, I'd love to get almost up to that 17 million revenue. Then it'll drop back to 10%. So it was 10%. I asked for more, and that went to 25%. So we'll get a little portion of that. And as I said, we're freeing up his wages. And if some of that goes into overall balance, considering how we were in the red, at the worst, remember we were like 8. Then we was cutting down a little bit, get money at the end of the season. But yeah, before the board, pump money in, we were like almost 5 million negative. So after this goes through, it's a bit of a turnaround. And the money going into other clubs there, nothing. There's a 1% and a 4%. Maribor, that could be decent for them. Oh, they're actually another 3-star rep side. So either way, they'll take a bit of money. Maybe 32K for Bravo. I don't know all the individual financial details. Just so, you're going to see that now. There you go. Overall balance, 3.3 million. See, my goal for the season now, I mean, once you get into the season, well, apart from how you offer your contracts, which, again, tell you what, so many details. There was some players I thought looked great, and I was going off what our wages were like last season. And that, there's familiar names there anyway. 6K. There was some players, I thought they looked amazing. They wanted 10K plus. Another player wanted 20K. So I've kept that in mind. Really, and considering that's a board kind of thing they want from me. End of the biggest requirement is mid-table finish. So big. Repair the club's financial damage. It says past, but that's temporarily past. Like, I want to see how we're looking come towards the end of the season. So, as you can see, that sign players based in France, devastated, sign French. I reckon if you sign French players and they're pleased, that should cover based in France. Then they're literally on their passport, it says French. So that's a bit of a reach. Like, come on. And that's still desired. Like, I reckon if you don't do that completely, and you perform poorly, your job, could be up for grabs, man. Like, how interesting, like, I reckon, let me know, from your guys' point of view, is the board's expectations, like, this is more detailed than normally, like, normal, like, saves you're at, or normal clubs you're at in a save. Like, let me know how you're finding this. Like, is it really intriguing? Does this make the save now more interesting at this certain club? And, how I'm going to kind of deal with this, and, how I'm going to go about keeping my job, and, really achieving at least a portion of the club culture, the 5-year plan, end of the season, and beyond, and how I manage that. Squad numbers we might wait a bit on, or we might have to. I think there's some other signings that could be made, but anyway, just take a look at they're just season tickets. Juranovic, another one. I've been rejected again, man. Like, honestly, was I wrong? No. That's a serious issue. Like, you get rejected so many times, man. And you just end up going for worse players. So on the rare occasion, you'll find someone better. But Day, he's the one that, put the money into the club. We're going to be forced to put in the numbers right now. See, I don't mind it when it's at, like, a journeyman, or you're not at, like, a top club and you're not familiar with these players' names. You don't really mind too much. You base a bit off their position. I don't want to. I'll put these numbers in. Let's not cover the players too much. Though one. One. I was gonna say one of them, but also the number one. We've just changed that for Wirelesson. He's gonna be our main keeper. So and just to show you this Garby here, and like, we won't even go through it, but there was other young talents, strikers, wingers. They picked other teams, and that's just basically off that tour. He's wanted by some other teams as well. But, we had guys that were a bit better, like their current ability was better. They had good potential like that, but like 3-star, 4... We're going past them. But we have to. We have to move on and find someone who's going to join us. And then also Neves on a loan. So hopefully these go through. But basically, the guy we just sold, we want to maybe use a majority. I don't want to spend a lot on the budget. I really don't. Like, I ideally not want to spend transfer money on players. But you look at the squad site, it's not bad. But I think you can tell we need that. We have upgraded that Ukrainian. He's good, so you could say he could come in and replace. I think he's starting to vie for a first team spot. But he's up there. We'll look for a replacement. So with the attributes I'll be searching for here, just to show you guys, looking for that inverted winger, inside forward type. Max Svensson shows up for both a left winger and right winger. So he's 500k. If they have no interest in a loan, we might purchase him. See, we've had other guys loan. We've tried to get them without paying a monthly fee and just their wage. There's a bonus for winning a cup. Okay. Just see. That's another, like, I look at it in comparison to what their wage is. It's like per week. And that's more than double of what their wage would be on top of that. I've been, avoiding that. So I'm like, I'd rather purchase this guy. He's 28, so he's a bit on the older side, but he seems the best available. that wants to join us, we'll just search for the same. Take off transfer listed. Is there someone else the same level that's expired in their contract? One player. This guy. Okay, I wonder if he's still mad at me. We tried to sign this man. So just as an example, and he's French as well. Like, estimated wage. I'm like, okay, if he's going to be one of the better players in the team, but I think he's decent. Like, it shows there. He's got 4-star potential, but he's not too young. But anyway, look at that estimated wage. He's wanted by another team. Like, he looks okay. 24, that's what I mean. You're not going to grow massively after that, but he's balanced. At this level of football, yeah. Yeah, he's still mad. So basically, we went to right away, it said like about 10K he was wanting. And I'm like, we're not negotiating this to a level. For me, he wouldn't look like someone who's the best in the team. He's not. We've got other guys like Pardell, Lopez, and Dino before he left. But anyway, that's where I'm stuck in. Like, that suits us perfectly, but he was wanting too much. We can't approach him now anyway, but initially he was wanting too much. So again, we can switch over, right wing, but he shows up again. And I've been in this, man, it's been up and down. We've found it really hard to get this winger target. So this will be on the relatively earlier side of the episode, but this is going to be a reason why it's a detailed one, and maybe this could be a big decision, or it could be important later. This is what I'd be doing off camera when I'm going through my signings. So we'll see if who's this Flynn Clark? Like, on a free track, I want to scout him. I almost want to go this guy, the few natural positions he's in. And I think he has the ability to be trained on the left wing. Even though he's got nothing there, but he's right-footed, inside forward, could train him there, or inverted winger. 23, he's on the younger side. That's why we, reduced it by 1, and we would be accepting someone. Yeah. I think we'll be happy to go with him. As long, again, generally like to wait for scouts, but golly gosh. I leave that generally. Coaching team, we do want to improve, but I want to try this. Regular starter. Yeah, generally you can get it without that. Without majority. Generally I do leave intensive language courses in. See, that's what I mean. I feel the wages, like if we compare to our current team, is he... I didn't go like that because I didn't want to go forward with it, but yearly wage rise. Like, look at this right now. Salon fee, get rid of. Relegation, leave that. Release clause, like put up to 2 million. Give him a bonus, but even this, we got to think money wise as well. But we got to think, okay, maybe actually try and lower his current wage. I don't think you can drop that more than 7. I think it'll be that was too much. Agent fee a little bit more, and he's locked into a 3-year deal. Okay. This is really specific. Maybe get his goal bonus up. And if he starts smashing goals in, we're loving life. See what I mean? Okay, yearly wage rise has to be. Let's remove and exclude that. Okay. Salon fee, remove and exclude. Yeah, I want to try and get on that 7. I'm just basing off. Look at our current team. He would come in and be our most expensive player. We don't want to pay so much for him right now. We're just trying to... Maybe just get that goal bonus up. Assist. Oh yeah, got to get an assist in there. And team of the year. He would have to perform really well. So, yeah, a few things in there will be kind of predicated. Like, and it'll be kind of worth it. Like, if he's regularly scoring, assisting, he's going to be, obviously, he'll be effective player for us. It's going to be hard to get him on that, man. But this is the thing. We're kind of increasing it a bit if we're doing appearance fee. Once more, I remember mentioning it in a recent episode. When I'd done it like that, I reckon we just got over there. I reckon we just got over the accepted total. Yeah, where he would accept the deal. It's not just total wage, it's everything together. And, again, his ability is just... Again, this is before getting a scout, but we've got to look into more deeper with his attributes. As I said, don't sleep on 15. They're so close to a 16. And 16, I see 16, especially in the league we're in, Belgium, that will be a dominant attribute. But he's got technique, vision, So this man should create a lot. Definitely, I don't think I use him as a striker, but he could be very good in false nine. You know, the system we play. But we don't use a false nine, but I think I've always considered we can, allow that. But I wouldn't mind him. 23-year-old, doesn't turn 24 till December. So, yeah, he's got growth in him. He tries killer balls, likes to round the goalkeeper. I think he really suits our style. Just for a quick reminder, so you don't see until later, or don't wait until later. Yeah, we try and play that, shorter passing game. So, if that turned into a false nine type, I think we could utilize that as well. But yeah, with Dino, it was really, really tough. And even now, that's why I've got to deal. I don't want to just avoid these little calls and press conferences. He wanted to leave. Yeah, we just have to be as positive as we can about it, because the energy within the club and around it. Oh my God! Look, not another guy. And the fact that I just said we just got over the line and the actual wages on, I think he's going to reject us as well, Flynn Clark. Let's just see. So we just, again, how's the dynamics looking now? Has it really changed? Okay. I saved, my backside a bit. I saved it. Oh yeah, Amokrane as well. He was wanting to join the right wing DM or right wing defensive midfield. We'll call that team. I know they're not called that, but So he's happy because we said we'll sell him if they give us enough money that we agree to, which are 2.5 million, and they haven't made an offer since. So transfer value, we can quite cheekily just go unspecified now and go that way about it. But I didn't want to lose one of our best talents. No way. We've got strong reply. Guy, what happened? Did we just have one successful meeting and then that's good? And suddenly we have a good reputation. Oh boy, it can be so. We could end up making one bad decision and we could be back on the chopping block. Oh, yeah, well, we saved ourselves getting sacked. But I reckon, honestly, if we said a few bad things, mate, and it could have been, or not just, maybe didn't get sacked, but we could have had a real rough season if they didn't support me. I couldn't get the best out of my players, potentially. So that was so important. And it's probably going to be a rare occasion. Yeah, normally we play a first game of the season, but I reckon this is going to be this is like a pre-season episode. But sometimes it's good if it doesn't always go by the book. Yeah, guys, we've been through this all before. I'm going to prepare for some other options. Are we going to be able to sign any attacker? But as a comparison with João Neves, optional future fee, 1 million. They weren't wanting a monthly fee as well, like for playing or unused. And you can take a look at his attributes. I think he's very good for his age. The 1 million, that's like a bonus, like optional future fee. We'll just accept it. And nothing else. I think, he could be a nice little loan signing for the season. But then also Garby. Yes, thank you. Even though I see him on the younger side, I don't see him in, but I see him being an addition to a young 5-star potential. As I said, there may be a couple more. We'll talk about it. But that's an addition. That's like another top intake player, right? Like, if that potential's correct, then in comparison to our other ones, he's another top attacking talent and French. So, I think that's a big tick. Will he be Mbappe? Probably not, but maybe Mbappe of the Belgium division. 15 dribbling, not bad. And, determination's right up there. He's driven, so I reckon he'll be one we'll consistently see training well. So, they're joined. I want to wait until, I want to give you an update of all the transfers, but just to Garby. So once he's joined now, I was scared. I'm like, wait, no, the assistant report. Okay, he's gonna hover from 4.5 to 5-star. That's what happens basically. But under 21s, we'll put him in there. I think he's above the under 18 level, and maybe he'll test for a first team position. So maybe he could. It depends if he has early development. But we need, considering we sold an important first team winger, we need that replacement. And we finally do actually get a scout report back for Clark, and look what the estimated wage was. But yeah, look at his bids. We're going to leave this for now because, you know, he could reject us, and then I feel like we'll have to go find someone else. It could just turn into a really long process. So what we are going to do, we're going to review the signings that already did happen. I just want to make sure, go back to the previous season. I don't think any with the signings, maybe the released. Esri released. So yeah, you can take a look. Kevin Denke. We're not going to go through every single name. Most of them you would have recognized. D-Man, probably, I think, most notable, especially the wage he was on. And yeah, you see he's moved on now. He's on a similar. He was on 6 point something with us anyway. So yeah, those are the names we won't be seeing. But we can go into the current season. Oh no, they show up there as well. Perfect. As you can see, Sai, that left back, the French left back. I mentioned a little bit, didn't I, that we were trying to negotiate a contract. We wanted like a salon fee percentage, and I thought we'll let him go, and we'll just explain why we make all these other transfers now. And again, fans were unhappy with Canute. Like, us selling Canute, I had no hand in that. So we lose a few guys. Antonio Gomez, a lot of these were, you're like, usually these don't show up too much. But a few of them were like zero pounds accepted. So, but anyway, generally all of these guys, again, apart from Canute that we had no control in, we okay with. And Dino, we just saw. I think getting 3.2 million in the end, we were pretty happy with. And we managed to go with all our signings. One loan, of course, Neves, we showed him in Garby. So we'll talk about the rest that we've got on free transfers. So the first guy, he was from Charlton, available to sign on a free transfer. Another 5-star potential. Someone else to be excited about. Heading is probably his most weak attribute as a centre-back, but then also jumping reach of 19. I say makes up for that when he's a pretty good height as well in 190 centimetres. That's pretty solid. And then, he should just be so good in the air. Even if he hasn't got the best heading attribute, I reckon he should be able to get to headers. I think that's going to be, a benefit for him. A little bit versatile, and maybe he could be a late in the game if we need a goal, push him forward to strike. It says he's awkward there, but always as a centre-back when I see that, if they've got anything as a striker, I see them as that option. I wouldn't say as too much attribute-wise, apart from how good he is in the air. Finishing not up there. But he's probably nailed down as a centre-back. Probably not a full-back unless, defensive-wise. And this guy, maybe not as expected and not exactly what the board want, but I think will be an important player. Again, board doesn't want me to sign over 30-year-olds, and he's 4 years older than 30. He's 34, but I don't like that. You need at least a couple. You need experience, and that's what he brings. 16 determination, leadership's only 11, but he's still that experienced 34-year-old. Ability-wise, apparently not better than the rest, but I think even attribute-wise, for me personally, I think he does look better than some others, and only got him on 2.8. That's what I mean. I could see someone else, or I got a report of another player from 3, even just 3-star ability, and the wages they were wanting 10k, and it's just really not worth it. But it depends. Some attacking players generally be, requiring some more money. So on to Kostov, who is a more younger centre-back, but he's 22. He's not too young. So he's seen as 3-star as well. For me, Benedetti, he looks better. This guy may be more well-rounded. I see him, you got no-nonsense centre-back, but for me, he looks pretty good as a ball-playing defender. If we just highlight that over there, you see he's got good passing as well. Could potentially play that role. Bulgarian, again, he's on 3.7, not too bad. And the guy who's going to have progression. If he does get the 4-star, he'll be pretty good. Going on to our next signing, you might say, how many centre-backs did you get in? Because this man is another, but maybe a defence to that, I like to say he could be used in midfield. But how I say in terms of versatility, he isn't the quickest, and I wouldn't say he's got the greatest passing or creative ability. So really, would you want to use him? Or definitely not as a creative role. Maybe as defensive. But for me, he's pure centre-back because, finishing, he's not someone that shows any real midfield role whatsoever. If you take a look, even as a ball winning, maybe simply and have him a really defensive role in that. So if we wanted to utilise that kind of role. But for me, yet again, he's got a bit of potential. He's only 19, so could he be up to 5-star? I don't know, maybe 4.5. I just think he has a lot more to grow. He's 19, and yeah, I think he's got some very strong defensive attributes. Other areas can be worked on, but no, overall, you could say we've at least got defensive cover. Maybe one that we brought in and they don't perform. So we definitely sorted that out. But then Corrington from CSK Sofia there, he's been around. He's 30 again. I like experience, to be honest, as much as I like getting good youngsters with high potential. You see where he's been in Bulgaria. Even over his career, he's not someone that's smashed in a lot of goals. But at this level, I think he's going to be... Well, he's not even... All those guys are not even strikers, so that's not even highlighted. We're seeing him as a striker and being our best striker in the team. Again, it was hard, guys. It was hard to find someone else better than this at a good... We're not paying 10K for someone who maybe has one or two higher attributes in a few of the areas. He's still pretty quick for his age at 31, but because of his natural fitness, I think he has maybe 1 year in him. Then maybe we can sell him, get a bit for him next season. This is a grind, man. This is a grind. We're going to have to work to just do well, make profit, but that's going to be an enjoyable part. So don't sense me being too frustrated. It's going to be part of the challenge. I wouldn't say he's a star striker, but I think he can perform pretty well, suit our style as well. Not just being a strong finisher, being technically good, and all over his game. He doesn't have a lot of weaknesses. And look, all 3 signings. And because we left the French left back go, we needed to get someone else. It was another position. You might be, you're just repeating yourself. But I was searching for players, and honestly, for players that were running out of their contracts or a free transfer after the contracts did run out. I would search, how I set up with my attributes, and I could not find much else better. So I thought we'll go someone with potential. And if there was, older guys that look similar, obviously not look similar, but definitely had a similar ability, there was not someone who was clearly better and dominant that decided to join us anyway. We may have had some offers out there. But consider his age, this is what we're going to go about. We really, what's the opposite? Sign someone worse? Older? That would have been a good... For free transfers, that would have been the option. So, just to take that all in, and Garbi and Neves, new signings that we already did talk about. So, we are going to play the way... This is honestly one of the most frustrating windows I've had. It's been a unique one, and it showed it because we haven't even played all the friendlies, and again, Ajax, the assistants in control of the friendlies, that's not bad, and we might review... I don't know how much profit we would have made from it, but we were supposed to make profit, as you saw, but I always wondered, do you get that exact profit? Anyway, but Flynn Clark, hoping he goes through, especially in the end, but I feel like he may have got a better offer, from another club, so we don't know. We might need to, again, go for someone else. You look at the squads, how it's looking. Of course, we upgraded Antony, and, we still got some younger guys in the team. Amok Rain, he's wanted, promised 2.5 million if a bid comes through, and I don't know if we're going to get that, to be honest. We got another bid that was not even half of that, so I think we're pretty content. And you might say, wait, mate, you need another striker. One is not enough. Don't forget the talents we've got here. Look, sort by potential. Yep. And then, under 21s, I don't think he showed up. Of course, Garbi, who we did sign. And then in the under 18s, we got Dylan. And yes, he was that other one. So, remember in our youth intake, this is what we'll finish on. Dylan Mert, none of them. It was all 3.5-star potentials, and maybe a couple 3-stars that we signed up. Dylan Mert. Julian Simon. He was 4-star at a maximum, or at least when we got him, or offered him a contract. Now he's gone all the way to 5-star as well, so he could be a winger. But first team ability, that's what we're looking at right now with our signings. But if worse comes to worse, we can't find someone, but we've got to. We've got to sign someone because there is a reasonable amount of money there, at least to sign on a free. We're going to leave him in the under 18s for now, but another guy we've got high potential on. So we've got such a great selection. That French striker we signed as well with 5-star potential. So the future is looking bright. All we have to do is maintain, but maintaining is finishing mid-table this season. Like, the media, not really over-predicting for us. It's I wonder what the board was seeing. We finished 16th, and maybe I've got to rethink that next time. Of course, we still wanted to win as many games, but just my opinion on it. Finishing low doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a low kind of expectations for next season. We went from avoiding relegation, finishing bottom expectations. Now they want us mid-table, so it's going to be a real challenge. Leave everything of this episode you thought up in the comments. Give me your thoughts, guys. I think we're going to be in for an interesting season. Let me know what you think. See you in the next video.